You all very, very much.
You.
I want to bring in now Congressman Marsha Blackburn, Republican from Tennessee, who's also a member of the Energy and Commerce Committee, and of course running for the Senate in the great state of Tennessee. Congressman Blackburn, thanks for joining us.
Sure, good to be with you.
It's great to have you. I want to pick up on this conversation about tariffs because even today you had Kevin Brady, who really put out a scathing rebuke against President Trump and his administration for this latest move. Where do you stand on it, and why do some Republicans have a problem understanding what the Trump agenda is or what his objective is here?
We know that announcements are going to end up being a part of a negotiation and a process. And to get some of these countries to the table, as you all were just discussing, the size of our economy relative to Canada, to Mexico, to the EU, those are important to keep in mind. Now, here in Tennessee, I'm talking to people that are making appliances, they're making boats, they're making automobiles and auto parts. Are they concerned? Absolutely. But I talked to someone earlier today, and they said when it comes to the tariffs that they've kind of taken a wait and see.
Right.
Because even though they know that much of this product they're going to be ordering several months out, and orders, they're pricing orders, and the delivery is several months out. And they have to figure this in. They feel like that what they want to see is more domestic manufacturing. That would be a good thing. That would be bringing some jobs back. But they fully appreciate that some of the product that you need, like the sheet aluminum, things of that nature for boats, you aren't going to get that domestically at this point in time. So let's see where the adjustments are. I'm not a fan of tariffs. I'm not a fan of high taxes. I'm not a fan of trade wars, but I certainly have respect for working through this process and trying to deal with this imbalance that we have when it comes to trade and our exports and imports.
Absolutely. I do want to ask about President Trump's visit there. Sure. Listen, you were already gaining strong momentum before that, but I'm certain that put an extra wind in your sails, so to speak.
It definitely has. President Trump did a great job in Tennessee, and I have to tell you, when people are camped out the day prior, waiting 24 hours to get into that auditorium, to hear him, to support me, to stand with me, that is something that's important. Tennesseans continue to say, we want somebody who is going to vote for more tax cuts. My opponent had said he would vote against that first round of tax cuts and even use the Pelosi term, calling them crumbs.
Wow.
They want somebody who is going to be strong on supporting conservative judges, constitutional judges, and who is going to stand with President Trump, and I think that was made clear. I'm going to be there and take those Tennessee values to D.C., and my opponent is not going to be standing with the president.
I want to ask you real quick
Sure.
about the incivility in the country right now. The latest
Sure.
example, of course, Samantha Bee and her attack on Ivanka Trump last night. One of the reasons I've always admired you is that you have always found a diplomatic way to handle all of the questions, all of the issues in this country without being demeaning. And actually, you know, by listening to others, are you confident we can turn the corner from the sort of trajectory we're on right now?
I am. I think we have to remember that we're given 2 ears and 1 mouth, and we are well served to listen more than we speak. And then also that we can agree to disagree. This nation has been well served by robust political debate. And in that, you have to be respectful of other people's opinions. Everyone deserves to have their opinion heard.
Congressman Blackburn, thank you very much as usual. Always
Good to be
appreciate
with you.
it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Well, the nation's intent.